Welcome back. You are tuning in to Traders Nation. My pleasure to have back with us once again Sharon Lechter. This time she's bringing to us Think and Grow Rich, 3 feet from gold. Turn your obstacles into opportunities. Sharon, welcome to Traders Nation. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. Kurt, how are you doing?
Doing real good, thanks. Another winner you've got here, Sharon. Congratulations. I'm telling you, it's a good book.
Oh, thank you. It means a lot coming from you, Kurt. I'm very excited about it because, you know, even in the process of writing it, it was giving me encouragement and hope. So I'm really thrilled with it.
I bet you are. Listen, 3 feet from gold. Where does that come from, the title? Because there actually is a story behind that.
Oh, there is, absolutely. In Napoleon Hill's original book, Think and Grow Rich, that came out during the Great Depression, the first chapter, there's a story about a young man named R.U. Darby.
Right.
And he went out west during the gold rush to make his fortune in gold, bought the mine, had some early success with discovering gold, and then he ran out.
Right.
And he got frustrated, threw his hands up, and went back east and sold the mine to the junk man in town. Now, the junk man had been studying gold mining for 20 years, had the right people on his side, went out, and the mining engineer said, it's easy. He just punched right through the vein of gold.
Right.
If you go back to where he started, go 3 feet in the other direction, you'll tap right back into it, which is exactly what the junk man did.
Yeah.
And he discovered one of the largest gold discoveries of his time.
Right.
And the real story is that when R.U. Darby heard about it, yes, he was upset. He was devastated.
Can you imagine being so close and then giving up? So there's a life lesson there,
absolutely,
without a doubt. And we're going to talk about mapping our way to success and staying with that, because let's face it, we don't want to be 3 feet from gold and give up, do we?
Oh, but so many of us, I think we've all done it at some point in our time. You know, we get frustrated, we get tired of trying to keep doing the same thing, and
right.
and we throw our hands up and we just quit. And it's something that we really, in 3 feet from gold, we talk to some of the most successful people in the world today that you may not know their names, but you know their companies because they put their employees and their customers and their brands before their egos.
Right.
And these people, we didn't talk to them just about their success stories. We talked to them about what they did at their deepest, darkest moment.
Right.
As many of us are there today. People are losing jobs. People are having to redefine themselves. And we wanted to give them the stories and the hope of people who have been there, had done that, and persevered so that people would be able to relate to them and find some nugget of wisdom that would help them individually as they go through this process.
Now, one of the processes is programming oneself. I mean, you're going to have to program yourself to get into that mode to succeed, because if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. You're not going to be able to find your way, at least get started to find your way.
You're so right.
So how does that work?
Well, that's the core Napoleon Hill principle. You know, he's the one that came up with whatever your mind can conceive and believe you can achieve. But what's happening right now is the world, and certainly you know it in your world, in the market, fundamentals are out the window.
Right.
We live in a market that's ruled by fear, and fear can do one of two things. It can paralyze you, which is doing to most people, or it can motivate you.
Right.
And it's the people who can take that fear and turn it into focus that are going to be at the head of the pack, and they're the ones we're going to be writing success stories about in the next couple of years. But it's about surrounding yourself with like-minded people that are going to support you through the process. One of the nuggets we have in the book is don't walk away from negative people, run away from them.
As fast as you can, right, Sharon? Right.
Because, yeah, I mean, all this doom and gloom, you know, just in the last few days listening to the news networks before I've been on air, it's depressing.
I know. So, how do you deal with that? You have to have the right frame of mind, don't you? And you have to be convinced that what you're doing, the path that you're on, is a good path, and that you have to build those blocks of success of that road, right?
Oh, absolutely. And in 3 feet from gold, we actually have a workbook in the back, and we developed a personal success equation. And that personal success equation is not only finding what you're passionate about and what you're good at, passion and talent, but it's finding the right associations. And so that's so important for the future of successful businesses,
right,
to have the right team members, to work with the right groups, and then to take the right action. But exactly what you just said, the core ingredient is faith. Have faith in yourself that you're going to get through that process. Right. One of the guys we interviewed was Dave Leninger, who is sits on the top of RE/MAX Realty, the largest international real estate franchise in the world.
Right.
And yet for 3 years, He couldn't make payroll. He was getting letters from attorneys with lawsuits threatened at him, and anybody else would have quit and closed the doors.
Sure.
But he was absolutely dedicated, that he knew that he was on the right path. And he would write letters, say, I know I owe you $50,000. Here's $50. I'm not going to file bankruptcy.
Right.
I'm not going to give up. And then he got that very first call.
Yeah.
The first person to buy a franchise. And it gave him the hope. And from then,
Sure.
We have the success story we know about today. But we didn't know about that time. And that's what we're sharing in 3 Feet from Gold.
Well, that was a validation for him when he sold one, so that kept him going. Two, he kept the lines of communication up, open to his creditors. First thing you could do is be evasive, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so he had these challenges, which is very important. That's where I want to move on to, is that you're going to have these challenges with your roadmap. It's just that simple. There's going to be speed bumps in their road. There's going to be all these things in their road. But you still have to march your way to success, and that's exactly what this guy did.
Oh, absolutely. And it's almost human nature. You want somebody to blame.
Yeah.
You want somebody to say it's your fault. But the bottom line is, today you make the decisions for the future and know that you're stepping in the right direction. And right now, everybody's in the same boat.
Right.
And the question is, are you going to get on the head of the pack? Are you going to take this opportunity to start discovering new things to do? The market is low. Now's the time to start looking for those fundamentally sound investments,
Sure.
Whether it be real estate or stock.
Right.
Now is the time, again, out of the Great Depression, small businesses are huge today that were successful getting started back in the Great Depression.
Right.
Today, entrepreneurship is alive and well. And you and I may not be able to impact the international economy, but we can impact our personal economy. We can control what's happening in our wallets.
I'm telling you, people are looking for those nuggets. I know people that have cash on the sideline. They're afraid to put it back into the markets like they traditionally did. Stay the course. Remember the financial advisor always stay the course. I think those times are gone. That's old school, which worked then, but I don't think it's working now. So people are looking. They have cash on the sideline, concerned about putting it back in, but now with the dollar getting crumbled like it is, they're concerned about their cash, so they've got to put it. They want to be able to put it somewhere, but they want to be able to put it somewhere safe, and there are opportunities out there, isn't there, Sharon?
Oh, absolutely, and you're so right. I mean, people say, oh, history repeats itself, we're going to be fine and bounce right back. Well, the problem is right now, which history is repeating?
Right.
I think, we are charting a new course, and so the best thing you can do is invest in yourself and get educated, understand how to read those market trends, find the people that are being successful, surround yourself with people that are positive-minded and people that can support you on your way, because now is the time to get back into the world of investing and back into the world of business.
Well, you keep coming back to key people, and I can't overemphasize along with you how critical that is. You have to have like-minded people thinking along with you, and these people will help you get to where you need to go. And they'll also help you get over those speed bumps. Now, Sharon, where can we find a copy of 3 Feet from Gold?
Well, thank you for asking. You can get it on Amazon.com, right as we speak, or BarnesandNoble.com, or at your local bookstore.
Yeah, that's great. All right, and you also have a website, don't you?
I do. If you want to visit PersonalSuccessEquation.com, 3feetaway.com. We also are having a major launch event in Anaheim on October 24th and 25th, and it's a celebration of Napoleon Hill. We're going to have incredible speakers there, Kurt. It's going to be, we've got Mark Sanborn, Mark Victor Hansen, Bob Proctor, T. Harv Eker. These people that would never normally share the stage are coming together in celebration of Napoleon Hill.
Sharon, that's huge. That's huge. Where's it at? Anaheim, and when was it again?
It's in Anaheim, October 24th and 25th, and it's a fundraiser for the Napoleon Hill Foundation. It's only $99, Kurt, for 2 days.
And where can they get information on that?
3feetaway.com/event.
All right, 3feetaway.com/event. Head on over there today. Once again, Sharon Lechter's with us today. Sharon, it's always a pleasure having you on Traders Nation. Really do appreciate your time.
Well, thank you, Kurt. You're fabulous. Have a great day.
Appreciate it. Sharon Lechter, folks. Think and Grow Rich. 3 feet from gold. Turn your obstacles into opportunities. And isn't that a fact?